Hi, I'm Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R and B.
And today we are continuing our series of the 5 love languages.
Yes, we are, aren't we?
We are. So today we are talking about receiving gifts.
Okay.
So immediately when people see receiving gifts, they think gold digger. You're justifying people being gold diggers. No, that's not what we're doing. On the contrary, and I'm not saying that there aren't gold diggers out there.
Because there are.
But we're specifically talking about people whose love language is receiving gifts. So,
yes,
if you have not watched our first 2 videos, you should watch them. In each of those videos, we talked about giving in a tangible way, whether it's giving your time or giving words of affirmation.
Correct.
In this situation, we're talking about giving something tangible, something that you can see. People need that. They need to see in a tangible way your love.
That's right. I think to just kind of add to that, everybody likes gifts. I mean, when somebody ever give you something and you was just like, don't give me that. Like, well, that might have happened. But I'm just saying, for the most part, when someone says, hey, I was thinking about you and I got you something, that's always well received in that kind of context. I think that's why, in our culture and our time, we've evolved to, giving flowers, like just something that simply grows outside. You can cut it and put it in somebody's hand and say, here you go. And now it's like, oh, thank you. Like, that's just, how our culture is.
Yeah.
So some people like flowers. Some people like chocolates. And some people like gift cards. But I would say the best gifts that people whose love language is receiving gifts, the best gifts that you could give them are thoughtful gifts. Let's just pause there. Thoughtful gifts. Okay, so give you an example. I collect movies. So a thoughtful gift from my wife would be like a gift card to a place that sells movies. Yeah. Thoughtful, didn't take a whole lot of thought, but it just showed that you're paying attention. And that's the thing sometimes is you can actually be very thoughtful with the gifts that you give to a person whose love language is receiving gifts by simply paying attention.
And that is the crux of this love language. Someone wants to, in a tangible way, see that you were thinking about them. Now they have these flowers in a beautiful vase, and they can look on their desk or in their kitchen, and they can be reminded of the love that you have for them. Like, wow, I can't believe you went out of your way to give me this gift. So it's very important to know your spouse, to watch them, and to figure out, like, okay, is this my spouse's love language? And if it is, then it's your responsibility to start putting into action this love language. Because again, as we've been stressing, a person feels loved when you speak their language. So it's easy to speak your own language.
Yeah.
And you may say, well, you know what? I never got a lot of gifts growing up. That's not something that's important to me. Well, this isn't your love language. This is theirs. And so if you love your spouse and you want to show them tangible love in a way that they feel it, is your responsibility to start becoming fluent in their love language. And that means remembering the fact that this is your spouse's love language and start putting into action those things that they like. So giving gifts. Pay attention to your wife. Pay attention to your husband. And when they start saying, oh, I like that. That's nice. Bing! Like, you need to record that and make sure that you go out and get that thing that they said that they like. Like, that is just so thoughtful.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even tell you to do that. And I think that's also important. Not being told to do it. Like, don't wait for your spouse to say, hey, honey, can you give me that? Hey, on my birthday, can you? Like, no, because then it's like, you're just doing it because I told you.
That's true.
So it's important to start listening to your spouse, your significant other, and when you see things that they like, or you go to a store and you see something that you think they may like, then you get it for them. And it doesn't have to be something expensive. It could be something nice, and even a card. That's a gift.
Yeah.
Write a little card and give it to your spouse. Say, I was thinking about you.
Because I know there's some people out there who are probably tossing this whole thing out around in their head, and they're like, my spouse loves gifts. This is probably their love language, but I'm broke. What am I supposed to do? So this example is for all of y'all who feel like, well, I gotta buy stuff, so I gotta spend all this money. You know what I'm saying? Well, I gotta spend money. Like, you don't think they're gonna talk like that? I think there's one person out there. Why I gotta spend? Some old 45-year-old lady be like, why I gotta spend? Nah, maybe not. But I'm saying, so there's somebody out there that's like, well, I gotta spend all this money on somebody just because they like to receive gifts. Like, you should love another way. But here's the key to receiving gifts and speaking that love language, if that's your spouse's love language. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Again, here's an example of paying attention. My wife will be watching TV and just literally start flipping through the channels. Okay? Got me? And all of a sudden she'll come across Planet Earth Part 2 or something, and then they'll flash pictures of pandas on the TV. Go ahead, you can tell them.
I love pandas.
There you go. So it merely takes me nothing to be walking in Walmart getting some tasty cakes and a movie and maybe some coin rollers, and then go through the kids section where the stuffed animals are, and look at that, a stuffed panda for $2. I'm about to cop that and then give that to her, and then I can find a really funny way to present it. I can sit it in her car so that she'll see it when she's on her way to work one day, or I can leave the bed early in the morning when I go to work and then put it where I was sleeping.
That's so
I mean, I'm just, it's just things that you can do to be thoughtful that cost you $2, so little to no money. You got to be creative. So if this is your spouse's love language, don't be discouraged, but get creative.
Yeah, and maybe you do need to start saving a little dollars here and there, just so that you can remind yourself, hey, every couple of weeks or couple of months, I want to give my spouse something, just to show them that I was thinking about them without them even saying anything.
Absolutely.
Every 2 months, I'm just going to drop a little gift or a card or some flowers.
Yep.
$10 flowers every 2 months or something. I don't know. Whatever it is. It doesn't have to be... What?
It's a bill, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess they're worth it. So
it's only $50 a year.
Oh, that's not too much. That's not that much. So, but anyway, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll wait a few seconds. Okay, that's a no. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up.
Sit there and wait for
It's a click. It takes 2 seconds. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section if this is your love language or if it's your spouse's love language, and throw some ideas at us. What would you do for someone whose love language is receiving gifts? And don't forget to
subscribe.
Absolutely. So we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you later.
Yeah. Bye, guys.